Court stops Kano State Governor Abba Gida from demolition buildings. Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps advised Jigawa State residents to be security conscious ahead of Eid al-Kabir. 5 civilians killed, some beheaded in southeast Kenya. Today is Monday, 8th of Zulhijjah 1444 after the Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which is equivalent to 26th of June 2023. I'm Khadija Nur Lamin with the news info. A former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, has called on President Bola Tinubu to pursue oil cabals and bring them to book. Speaking on the sidelines of a Thanksgiving church service in honor of the outgoing General Secretary of Evangelical Church Winning All, ECWA, in Kaduna State, Reverend Yunus Ahmadu, the former speaker, said that the president has so far demonstrated leadership and should be commended by all citizens. He, however, insisted that the president should be ensured that all the looted funds are recovered from the oil covers. Dogara also commended that president on the appointment of new service chiefs, noting that Tinubu has demonstrated leadership by carrying every region along regardless of party, ethnicity, and religion. A federal high court in Kano has halted the state government plans to demolish some properties built within the premises of Kano State Polytechnic, BUK Road. According to news agency of Nigeria, NAN, the presiding judge, Simon Akpa, gave the order while ruling in an expert motion filed by a Kano State citizen, Saminu Muhammad, through his lawyer, Nasser Aliyu. The judge restrained the government and its agent from proceeding with the exercise in properties situated on number 41 and 43 Salanta along BUK Road, Kano. The respondents in the suit include the Attorney General of Kano State, the Solicitor General of Kano State, the Governor of Kano State, the Kano State government, and various land and security authorities. During the court proceedings, the applicant's counsel, Mr. Aliyu, moved the motion, prompting the judge to order an accelerated hearing of the case. He further emphasized the validity and importance of serving all relevant parties with the court order and subsequent processes. The matter has been adjourned to 10th July 2023 for further proceedings. Meanwhile, he reinstated chairman of the Kano State Public Complaint and Anti-Corruption Commission, Muhi Rimingado, has admitted that he is also a beneficiary of one of the illegal structures marked for demolition. He admitted that the immediate past governor of the state, Abdullahi Ganduje, allocated one of the plots to him but later sold it. Mr. Rimingado, who is also a member of a committee established by Governor Abba Yusuf to demolish illegal structures in the state, confirmed to Sawaba that he was allocated a plot around the area marked for demolition. The state government had last week marked additional properties for demolition, including the one allocated to Mr. Rimingado by his former principal. Among them are plazas and filling stations located along the popular BUK Road, as well as the property built on the demolished Kano State wall land. The Nigeria Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has predicted cloudiness and thunderstorms from today to Wednesday across the country. NIMET weather outcome released yesterday in Abuja anticipated cloudy atmosphere on Monday with intervals of sunshine over the northern region with prospects of morning thunderstorms over part of Taraba and Kebbi. According to the agency, there are prospects of thunderstorms over part of Borno, Jigawa, Adamawa, Bauchi, Gombe, Kaduna, Taraba, Kano, Katsina, Zamfara, and Kebbi later in the day. NIMET also forecast thunderstorms and intermittent rains over most part of the region later in the day. According to NIMET, sunny atmosphere with patches of clouds is expected over the northern region on Tuesday morning. You are listening to the news from the studio of Sawaba. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) Jigawa State Command has warned residents to be security conscious and reported a suspicious movement around them, especially during the Eid al-Kabir festivities. The call was made by the State Commandant Musa Alhaji Mala in a statement signed by the command spokesman CSC Adam Shehu. He said the command had deployed 1,125 personnel to provide security of lives and property before, during, and after the Eid al-Kabir celebrations. The commandant said this is in line with the Commandant General's directive to provide 24-hour surveillance on critical national assets and infrastructure and general protection and security of the civilian populace across the country. He also charged area commanders, divisional officers, and component commanders to ensure strict adherence to the rules of engagement. The commandant, however, advised residents to be law-abiding and cooperate with law enforcement agencies to record a hitch-free celebration. He also encouraged them to report suspicious activity to the nearest security formation. Bayero University, Kano, BUK, has announced increment of school fees for undergraduate and postgraduate students of the school. This is coming as the country approves student loan bill that will give chance for the student to borrow money for their education and pay back 2 years after service. In a special bulletin signed by the acting registrar of the school, Amina Umar Abdullahi, the management said the increment followed approval by the Senate Committee of the university during their 405th meeting today. It said the increment affects central registration, administrative charges, and hostel maintenance charges for undergraduate and postgraduate students. According to the new school fees, students from Faculty of Clinical Sciences and Dentistry will pay higher in the undergraduate category with 160,000 naira as fees for returning students and 170,000 naira for the first student of the faculties. The list in the category is students from faculties of Art and Islamic Studies, Law, Management Sciences, and Social Sciences who will pay 97,000 as returning, while fresh students will pay 105,000. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) have intercepted 5,344.1 kgs imported strain of cannabis along Lekki area of Lagos State. Director, Media and Advocacy of the Anti-Narcotic Agency, Femi Babafemi, said that this today in Abuja. Equally, officers of the Marine Command of the agency on Tuesday 20th, also acting on intelligence gathering, intercepted a boat loaded with the same imported substance weighing 2,910 kgs around Alpha Beach upon arrival from Ghana. It was gathered that two Ghanaians, Monday Saba, 30, and Hakim Kwana, 27, found with the consignment were promptly arrested. Police in Kenya said 5 civilians have been killed by armed assailants who attacked 2 villages in southeast Kenya. The attack yesterday occurred in the villages of Juhudi and Salama in Lamu country, which borders Somalia, the police source said. The attackers also burned houses and destroyed property. A 60-year-old man was bound with a rope and his throat slit. His house was burnt with all belongings. 3 others were killed in a similar manner, while a 5th victim was shot. President Hassan Abdul said that women were locked in the houses and the men ordered out, where they were tied with ropes and butchered. A secondary school student was among the 5 people killed, Abdul said, adding that all those killed were slashed and some of them had been beheaded. Another local resident, Ismail Hussein, said that the fighters stole food supplies before leaving, firing their arms into the air. This is the end of the news, but before I go, recap of the major story. Court stops Kano State Governor Abba Gida from demolition buildings. Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps advised the Jigawa State residents to be security conscious ahead of Eid al-Kabir. 5 civilians killed, some beheaded in southeast Kenya. On behalf of the news department and our editor Muhammad Suleiman Yobi, and I am Khadija Nur Lamin saying thanks for listening.